Hi, everyone, and welcome to Food Through a Curve. Uh, just before we start, don't mind the ice cream truck if you hear it. The ice cream truck decided to throw me a curve right now as I'm recording. However, that's cool. I deserve a curve once in a while. However, right now, the topic I'm going to talk about is being sincerity. And the reason why I come up and I'm speaking about this is because as of lately, I've been on all different type of platforms now, social media. However, I've always been on the social media platforms, but never for myself or never for any political talk, any social talk, anything like we're doing now. What I have used social media platforms before was for my business, and I still use it for my businesses too, but they're separate. But I've always used it for business and not personal. So it's like very hard to find anything personally on me. Maybe my Facebook, which I haven't updated probably since 2018. 2018, from 2018 on, I disappeared from Earth. Maybe Earth, but definitely from Facebook. But nobody really could find stuff on me. Like you really have to dig to find stuff on me. However, as I've been on Twitter now lately, and I go on Twitter on the Through the Curve platform, and I start shit, right? I start threads, I start answering people, and it's crazy. I've never realized how crazy people are and how sincere some people are and how unsincere they are. And it's weird, like, for instance, uh, you know, my thing is this. If you're gonna feel some way about something, don't sugarcoat it, right? If you feel some way about, let's say, a political party, then feel that way. Be sincere about it. I'm gonna appreciate you more. Though I understand we live in a time now, especially with the woke mafia, right? Where it's kind of hard to be sincere, but if you feel like you have to be sincere, if you have to be a phony, then don't do it. If you're gonna be sincere, then stay on the platform. Everything about a lot of these platforms, they're not sincere, right? For instance, one of the things I hated most about, let's say, Instagram, people who show pictures and pictures of happiness and pictures of smiling. But meanwhile, they're the most miserable fucks in the world because outside of those pictures, they're miserable, right? The funny shit is they show pictures of them celebrating I'm celebrating my 7th wedding anniversary, right? I've been married 7 years. But yet, I know that you're a miserable fuck. You're miserable as hell. But nobody else knows because all they see is your pictures, right? And your videos of you celebrating. So they think that you're this happy-go married couple. But meanwhile, no, you fight every day. You're on the verge, maybe of in 2 or 3 months of getting divorced, right? Uh, Another one, people showing off their kids and this and that. Meanwhile, your kids are outside being thugs, robbing people. But the pictures on social media don't display that. Well, sometimes they don't. Now, I do appreciate the ones that are sincere and they show their real selves. And that's what I'm talking about, being sincere. Where has this country gone where we just showing people a mask? Like, take off the mask. If you have prejudices, be prejudiced. It's okay. If you, for instance, I'm Puerto Rican. If you hate Puerto Rican, that's okay. You can hate me. I'm okay with that because I don't think everybody should like me. As a matter of fact, I don't want everybody to like me, right? So be sincere, and I get it. Again, like I said earlier, it's hard to be sincere because of this chastisement. Because if you come out and say you hate a certain person or God forbid you say a certain person, right? And they want to lynch you, they're going to lynch you. You'll lose your job. You'll lose everything. You'll lose money. You'll lose everything possible just because you were sincere. So what do we have left? We have a bunch of phony people that all they do is smile in front of the camera, say good things about people. Meanwhile, they think the opposite. Do good deeds in front of the camera, but meanwhile, they don't really give a shit, right? You have people who do things for homeless people and stuff like that in front of the camera, but they don't care that they're homeless because I don't see them inviting them to the crib, right? You're not letting that person take a shower in your apartment or your house or your mansion, but yet on camera shows like you do. So where has this country gone? is definitely step back and be in sincerity. I come from a time where you knew who everybody was, right? I knew who hated me. I knew who hated me personally because of me, my character. I knew who hated me because I was Puerto Rican. That's okay. You could be, I don't know what the term, be prejudiced, racist against me because I'm Puerto Rican. I'm okay with that because I don't, you probably, if you liked me or didn't like me, it doesn't matter to me because you're not, how you say, contributing to my life. So you could hate me from afar, you could hate me from a close. But if you're not contributing to my life, then it doesn't matter what you feel for me. However, now you even have people that are contributing to your life who actually hate you, which is even worse because now you're just dealing with phony people in general, people smiling in your face. I remember at a time when I used to work, I knew my bosses hated me, but they loved me because I made money, so they dealt with me, right? And this is way before me working at Crunch. We're talking about my younger years, when people were allowed to hate people in different races and stuff like that. I mean, not that they were allowed, but it happened. And that's just the way it was. But I was good for business for them. So I became, how would they say, oh yeah, he's not one of them. I remember that shit clearly when I used to work for this company. And I always stood in my head, like I wondered, what did they mean? I wasn't one of them. What they were referring to is I wasn't one of the Puerto Ricans that everybody generalizes in the late 80s and 90s. I was a business person and I wanted to make money. But I've been hustling since I was a kid. So that was embedded in me. So what I'm trying to say is, when is this phoniness ever going to finish or ever going to be done? Because I'd rather know who hates me. I'd rather not force people to like me. I'd rather, and somebody might get offended right now. And I said, I'd rather somebody call me in my face or speak than behind my back because I know I stand with you. Like, I need to know, or I'd rather know where I stand in anybody's life. Should I continue in your life? Do you really hate me? If you hate me, then why am I doing it? Am I just contributing to your funds in your bank account because I work for you or I do business with you and I'm making money to whatever source or whatever type of way? So my question is, when does it all end? When does everybody become sincere again? When do I know who my real enemies are and who are my friends and who are my frenemies? I think that's a term. Because right now, the way it stands, I really don't keep any friends. I keep a lot of acquaintances, which could be frenemies. So they're frenemies because they're my friends because we're making money together, but they could likely be my enemy because I don't know where they're standing because they can't express themselves. Back in the days, you could have said, I hate you, but I'm working with you because we make money together. We are good. We're compatible together making money, but we don't have to chill. I don't have to know your wife, your kids. You don't have to know my wife, my kids. You don't have to know any of my family members. And after we separate and we no longer have a contract together making money, we could actually go outside and fight. And then I bust your ass. Or, all right, I give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe they'll bust my ass. But I need that time back. Like right now, I just deal with people all day. Sometimes I look at them because they're looking at me, but I'm looking at them and I see straight right through them because everything about them is phony. Like, don't be phony. Be sincere. You know what? Flick me the finger. I'm okay with you flicking me the finger. If we making money, flick me the finger all you want. You call me whatever the fuck you want. But that phoniness, keep that shit to yourself. And with that said, thanks.